Now, I'll have to ask a question because we do have a someone who's been on the podcast recently, EL Lyons, who absolutely adores raccoons. Like
Yeah.
she's on, if you follow her on TikTok, she's mainly on there. She went pretty big for just she got obsessed with raccoons and started filming them everywhere. So, what inspired your raccoon friend?
So the raccoon is partially because raccoons are indigenous species of the
Mhm.
area. So this book has a big borrowing from indigenous myths. So I am not an indigenous person. Corbin Pierce is not an indigenous person, though he's aligned with the values
Yep.
of the indigenous tribes and their like stewardship of the environment. There's a supporting character who's an indigenous person, specifically portrayed as a member of the Golden Hill Pogussets, which is actually a local tribe in Connecticut. And I had the pleasure of being in contact with clan mother Shoren Piper of the Golden Hill Pogussets, who consulted on my book, answering questions and reading it ahead of time to give me some feedback on it.
Cool.
But the big plot centers around the native myth of the sleeping giant, which was a big spirit named Hobbamock that was in that area, and there's a whole thing around that. So the raccoon comes from it being indigenous wildlife, but also fitting perfectly with the fact that this is an urban landscape. So what better animal
Mm.
to involve in the story than a trash panda, right?
Yeah.